Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Caleb Kudah. So for some time now, I've been in the Volta region recreating and enjoying the beauty of our coasts. And I happen to have met this amazing young lady. First of all, she had aspirations of becoming a pilot and things didn't happen. Now she is into IT big time. But what's fascinating is that she's not left her aviation dreams. What she's rather doing is pushing a lot more young females into the world of aviation. How is she doing that? That's my focus in this conversation. Thank you for joining us as always. If you like this, please subscribe, and I want to hear your comment after this. So let's get into this conversation with this amazing young lady, okay? So, hi, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
My name is Caleb.
My name is Mabel, Yayra.
Okay, let's talk about you, right? You wanted to be a pilot.
Yes.
Now, what do? You're an IT
I'm an
specialist?
IT human resource girls advocate. I'm a farmer and I still do a couple of things in the aviation world.
Okay.
So, per se, I love challenges. I don't like the easygoing stuffs. I love stuff like ladies are hard to break. That was the inspiration for aviation.
Right.
I realized very few ladies are into aviation back then in Ghana. And I think Zenato was my mentor, somebody I was looking up to.
Okay, Zenato Rollins.
Yes.
Jerry John Rollins' first daughter.
Yes. So I realized that it's something I could do. I started reading about it and the passion and the interest became unbearable.
At what age was this?
I completed GSS then it was JSS, now JHS at age 14, but that was before I completed JHS.
So that's to be like 12, 13.
But yes.
That's when you started
Having the passion.
harnessing the passion for aviation.
Then internet was upcoming in Ghana, so I was doing a lot of research, a lot of articles.
Right.
I can mention a lot of aviation schools or pilot schools in the US because I was doing research. They were sending me articles. I was learning more about it. So when I went to secondary school then, I knew I wanted to read science.
So you read science?
Yes, I read
What
science.
school were you in?
I went to Accra Girls.
Oh, Agis.
Accra Girls, yes.
Right.
Yes.
Nice.
So,
Agosa?
yes. I was reading biology then, but I knew as a pilot I needed geography.
Right.
So I was going to the geography class and everybody was insulting me. Oh, maybe you there we to no dodo.
Opere.
Science no yeah, so there you
Opere.
want
Osa okofa fufraga ho.
geology to
Especially the
geography.
cartography side, where
Yes.
you use some
I wasn't really
thread to
doing
do
much.
some things.
I knew I needed something about the weather. So
Right.
I was just reading a bit of it about the mountains, about the weather. I wasn't, because I knew I wasn't going to take exams.
Right.
So I just wanted to have the basic of the whole thing. Okay. So that was it. After GHS, I had a chance to travel out
Right.
because I'd wanted to read flying, piloting.
Okay.
Yes. So I had a chance to travel out. I was in Malaysia and I was reading mobile computing.
Okay.
I realized that it was too IT stuff. So I changed later to telecommunication engineering
Okay.
and I ended up in Cyprus graduating with computer engineering,
I see.
first degree. When I was in Cyprus, I had an offer from Phoenix School of Aviation in US. I still have those documents to fly to be trained as a pilot. The
Tell me it
cost
happened.
the cost was huge.
Oh.
And then it was 70 to 100,000 US dollars.
A year?
And then, for the whole program.
70
From zero to commercial flying pilots.
Okay. And how many years?
It was mostly 1-2 year program,
Okay.
depending on the speed.
And this was 70 to 100,000 US
$100,000,
dollars.
yes.
Could your parents pay?
Then we could come up. We could come up with something. But it was a huge money though. And then I did not know. So this is where the passion for educating girls came in. I did not know that you could break it down to doing your PPL first, that's private pilot's license,
Okay.
that you cannot fly. Then later you do your CPL, then you start doing your night rating and all that. I did not know
So
you
let's
could
take it a
break
step
it
at
down.
a time. you could come up. Your parents could come up with the money.
Yes, they
So
could
what
come
was
up
the reason?
with the money, but not all at a time.
At least some.
They could have come up with like $30,000.
So like if you had their buy-in, you could have become a
I
pilot.
could have become one.
So what happened?
Two, I did not know you could break it down. So getting the whole $70,000 to $100,000 at that time would have been a bit tough. Okay, so I even researched about the grant, the scholarship and stuff for females in aviation. But most of the programs, you have to be enrolled as a pilot.
Okay.
Then you could get those.
Then you upgrade.
Yes, then you could get those grants or scholarships as
so
well.
until you're a pilot, you're not getting access to
you
those.
can't. Most of them you can't get it outside, especially when you are not in the coffers of the US.
Right.
So I went as far as enrolling to become a US official, marine official, just to be trained as a pilot.
Really?
Yes. But they sent me a code that I should have decoded. And I didn't know how to decode it because it wasn't in normal language. So by the time I got the code decoded by the help of people and IT personnel, the date had passed. After everything, I decided to still be a pilot. So one way or the other, I found my way with the Ghana Armed Force, especially Air Force. And I was in their engineering department, still desiring to be trained as a pilot. Let me take a quick back up. When I finished secondary school then, I just walked into Burma camp one day and I was speaking to people. I said I want to be trained as a pilot. Then they'll tell me, oh, that's officer call. And I completed senior high 2005. So they'll tell you, work here, work there, work there. And Burma camp was huge. So I ended up going there.
Intimidating.
No, it wasn't intimidating to me. I knew what I wanted. But I wasn't speaking to the right people, let me say. Okay. So I went there continuously for 1 week, but I didn't get any results. So I back out. Secondary school, when I finished with tertiary, people say, oh, you don't have to come and do your national service in Ghana. But because I wanted to be a pilot and I had the chance of getting attached with the Ghana Armed Force, I came back. Whilst with them too, I expressed certain concern. And I became very close to a couple of pilots that were currently training. And we're doing our stuff. But it all became, young lady back from abroad, your accents looking good, and a lot of advantage, disadvantage, and I left there. I was doing my national service.
There's something you're not telling me.
So yes.
Should I crack that code myself?
Yeah, crack it yourself.
Okay. So
I got done.
Ceilings on young ladies' aspirations.
Yes.
Do you think it would have happened if you're a guy, for example? Maybe yes, maybe no.
I don't know the kind of passion the guy would have carried.
Okay.
But I'm still training to be a pilot.
Really?
But now the finance is not there. So I'm doing it as in pay as you go.
Okay.
And there are opportunities like that I did not know. There are a couple of flying schools in Spain that do pay as you go. Assuming you have $1,000, you pay, you train 1,000, you hold on. Then you pay a bit, So learning a lot about flying, I realized that we have a couple of sections you can do in bits. Okay. So that is why I'm out there now with the young girls, trying to tell them that even if your parents cannot afford all, you could first go for the ground school. Then you could go for your PPL. Then you could be doing upgrade. Okay. It was through my search for flying school, even in the coffers of Ghana, that's where I came across Mish Aviation College. They are currently no more. They are closed down. But the current school we have right now is Star West Aviation Academy.
Okay.
Flight school.
Where's that?
They have their flying schools and everything at Afienya Airport.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the administrative office is at Osu.
Okay.
So I went to them and all that. So still desiring to be a pilot, I went to train with GATA. You know GATA?
Tell me.
GATA is Ghana Aviation Training Academy.
Okay.
It's at the airport. So I trained with them as airline dispatch. I was licensed. I had a certification, not licensed. And anything about the aviation world, you have to be licensed. And you have to renew your license, some of them every year or every 2 years.
Okay.
So I trained as an airline dispatcher just because I still want to be a pilot. Because it will be easy for you to switch from an airline dispatch to a pilot because you have the same foundation except the flight.
Airline dispatcher, Uncle.
Airline dispatcher,
What do you do?
Initially they are called the navigators. Before the pilots,
No, who do that?
no, that is the air marshal. Before you fly, before the pilots go into the cockpit to fly, there's a lot that have gone on. The engineers have done their work, the aviation fuelers have done their work, the mechanics, the loaders. So the airline dispatcher is like they plan the route for the pilots.
Okay.
So they have an office now mechanized system with a big map to show you. They calculate the amount of fuel that should be used for the route because everything aviation is perfection.
Okay.
Okay. So they calculate the amount of fuel. They calculate the load that needs to be dispatched in the flight, that needs to be put in the belly of the flight. And it has to be calculated so well that we don't have much luggage at the nose that will make it nose heavy, difficult to fly.
I see.
Or
The
tail that will make it difficult.
heavy.
Yes. So you dispatch it evenly. And after the calculation, the center of gravity should be around certain radius, almost at the middle of the flight. So it makes it easy for the pilot to take off. So there's a lot of calculation, and at the end of the day, before the captain and the co-pilots fly, the first officer, they signed a document. Okay, the airline dispatcher signed, the captain signs before the flight takes off.
So that when there's anything goes wrong, someone is held responsible.
The airline dispatcher is the first to be arrested.
So that's what you do.
That is what I learned, but I've not even practiced.
So currently, what do you do?
Currently, I into the tourism, hospitality and tourism, still in the aviation industry.
Okay.
I'm a poultry farmer.
Oh, nice.
Yes, advocating a lot of women into agri. And the passion is go out there to senior high schools to talk to the women, the ladies, everybody about aviation. That aviation has a tons of career.
And you don't have to pay upfront.
No,
There's a lot more
aviation
you
is a
can do.
world of its own. So if you are not a pilot, you can be an airline dispatcher.
Okay.
You can be an airline marshal.
Right.
You can be a technician. You can be a fueler. You can be a mechanic.
Right.
You know, there are people that just draw the body. Aviation has a lot more than 100 careers. But because I was not privileged to be told, I didn't have any mentor to hold me by the hands and say this and this. We don't have career centers and career coaching.
So my friend, if I'm a young lady and I want to have like detailed, counseling into the aviation, can you help me? How can I reach you?
Yes, you can reach me by getting in touch with you or Mabel on my Facebook, and I'll probably share my contacts
Mabel
later.
people are plenty.
Yes, Mabel.
Mabel.
Yes. Or you put my full name, Mabel Yayra Aivo.
Okay.
Okay? Or you get my contact later that you can get in touch with me.
Okay.
I reach out to the secondary schools and have a lot about that. It's just unfortunate this part of our world, the aviation and the technology is not really blending. Aviation has a lot of work. We have the accountants, the finance. It's a business. You run like any other profession.
Right.
So there are finances, there are corporate management from the airport, the loaders and everything. But
So there's a lot.
a lot to the aviation world. And it's fun. And because you have less women, when you're a woman, you are easily recognized. And it comes with the aroma, the armor of it, especially wearing that uniform, a captain, a pilot, or an airline dispatcher. And
I see you can't wait to be in one.
No, I can't wait. And when you even wear the airline dispatch uniform, it's just
It comes with-
same. It comes with the epaulets like the pilots and everything. But people who knows the difference because one is thicker than the other.
I see.
You see?
So you're going for the thicker one?
Yes, that's
You're not
aspiration.
giving up yet?
No, even
How
if
old
it's
are you, by the way?
I'm 34 now.
You're 34.
But if that's the last thing I'll do and die, I think that is the fulfillment. If I have to fly and just after landing successfully and the water being poured on you, I go to bed and I don't wake up, I'm fulfilled. I'm satisfied.
Like this is so much passion, thicker than blood.
That is
I mean, hotter than fire,
Yeah.
colder than ice. I love it, and I love the fact that she's trying to reach out to a lot more young
Yes.
people to push them into this. I hope you would not discriminate against boys should they have the interest as well.
No.
Okay.
We don't discriminate.
Except that if you're a young lady and you have that aspiration, because there are fewer young ladies, there's a greater opportunity for you. And now you don't have to pay everything up front. That's what Ayivo,
Yes.
Mabes,
Yes.
Mabel is
Yes.
telling us. Thank you for watching this episode. Please leave a comment. If you have any inquiries, let me know. I'll do well to put you in touch with Mabes, Mabel, Ayivo, Yayra, so that she can help you. Thank you for watching. Keep watching, and then do well to share. Kindly subscribe, share the word. Let more girls know. Let more girls fly. I think when more girls fly, the world will be safer.
Yes. Safer world.
Thank you for watching.